I used the powers of social isolation to make a horror game. But how did we get here? As a game developer, day-to-day life can get quite lonely. I know, it's hard to believe. When I say game developer, I'm sure you imagine big parties, elegant galas, generous interviews, luxurious vacations. But I was as shocked as you to find out that's not the case. Much of game development is sitting at the computer. And, oh wait, I finally figured out how to fix that bug. Finally, I've been waiting so long for this moment. Everything's falling into place and I can finally start making more Wait, why didn't that work? No, that should have fixed it. Wait, what does this code even do anymore? And great, it's 3 a.m. now. What if we could leverage this social isolation to make a horror game? And by leverage social isolation, I mean work indirectly with others and never talk to them, which I call the software engineer special. Now, BlackThornProd is another game dev YouTuber who hosts these events where usually 6 developers make a game without communicating. Now, I did one a few months ago, but it was never published. Don't worry, my crippling self-doubt definitely didn't overthink this. So I decided to at least talk about my own experience. So when the challenge started, all I received was a Unity build and no context, which is actually perfect because to truly leverage this power of social isolation, I shouldn't have any context. Oh, and also there's a time limit of 3 days. Haha, yes. Social isolation and limited time, the valuable combination that can make anything happen. So I do a little playthrough and quickly realize that I'm probably the least talented game dev in this lineup. +1 to the crippling self-doubt, 0 for Michael, because the previous devs are about to make me look like a fool. So far, it seems like as the player, I'm navigating a ship around a planet, investigating various abandoned outposts with clues on what happened there. And the last series leads to a big monolith, which I guess is where I should probably add stuff. And it coincidentally seems that this game is also about social isolation. Now, much like our current reality, a lot of the systems are already built. So since this is a horror game, I felt like my job was to add suspense and emphasize that sense of isolation I feel permeating as we speak. So I first added something I called hallucinations or paranoia, and I tried to align this with the stories that the other devs already added. Basically, as you're going around investigating these abandoned outposts, these little orb guys start to creep up on you, but if you get too close, they'll dash away. They don't want to be your friends. At least, not yet. Then I added some additional story related to the monolith, an abandoned research vessel. And the story I wrote for it, I can objectively say is deeply riveting, which after a series of vivid hallucinations and paranoia after investigating those outposts, leads to what every horror game needs. A chase scene. And oh look, it's the orbs. And these guys are pretty difficult. You have to outrun these orbs until you're done calculating coordinates you found earlier. To really stress that immersion, I added some other nice effects like glass breaks if your ship gets hit, a warning sign, a defeat menu, and a nice little hyperspace jump after successfully evading those orbs, which I hope left enough openness for the other dev to add to. That's all I had enough time to build before I had to relinquish my control of the game build. And as a major contributor to no contact development, I sent the build with my changes and no context. Eventually though, I got the full game build after the other devs completed their work, and here are my impressions. Alright, ping into the void, let's see the final product. Oof. The models have greatly improved. Oh, they're the orb boys. I see them. They're cooking up. It seems like the other devs also kind of added a almost like CRT kind of effect over the monitor. Definitely gives it sort of a film noir kind of vibe, like space film noir. Randomly made me think of kind of a cowboy bebop almost. Oh, more orb boys. What's up, y'all? That research vessel is looking nice. More like research satellite. This giant, like, space mining drill thing. Look at this. Honestly, it was a few months ago, so I think I wrote this portion. Chase scene kicking off. Now that it's all kind of like in black and white and there's the kind of that CRT TV effect, I think it actually almost makes it more difficult or like scarier. The orbs kind of remind me of red blood cells from like Osmosis Jones or something. All right, let's jump. I think it was a nice kind of bite-sized demo. I definitely think it could be expanded upon, maybe like adding more planets to explore and adding some more origin story to the orbs, but obviously this is like super bite-sized demo. Like I only had like 3 days to work on this, so I definitely think I was probably the least talented dev to participate in this one, so you know, that's cool. I also want to quickly shout out the other devs on the project. You should definitely go show them some love. DataBlob, Dev, Slobby Monk, IDKBox, and BlackThornProd for organizing it. So, I always like to look back and reflect on what we learned throughout this process. 1. Social isolation can be a tool for good, if you define good as making a demo for a horror game. 2. Even though the final video wasn't published, you can't take it personally. 3. Ensure your OBS settings are recording at a high quality, so you don't have to record everything again. 4. Working on 3D games is significantly harder than 2D, so I should stay in my lane. And 5. You should wishlist my game, Castlemancer. Oh, cue seamless transition. That's right, folks. Castlemancer coming to a Steam wishlist near you. We got cool pixel art. We got cards. We got spells that come from cards. We got bats that come from cards. We got pigs that come from cards. We got roguelike. We got heroes. We got rat mage. We got banger original music, and we got crippling self-doubt. So if that all sounds good, go wishlist Castlemancer over on Steam. Cheers. Thank you all for watching. Let me know if you like this style of video. I've been trying a couple different styles, so still trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. If you have any ideas for videos that you might want to see, comment them down below. Wishlist my game Castlemancer over on Steam if you like roguelike deck builders. Also check out devlog.tv, which is a site I made to help indie game developers market their game, and it's completely free to use right now. That's all from me. We do a bad British accent at the end of every video. Hopefully I see you in the next one, and bye-bye.